Welcome back, friends. I'm so happy to have you join me today. I am here with our almost home book that we've been reading, and I'm going to read the next few chapters. When we last left off, Sugar and her mom, Reba, had lost their house and were temporarily staying in a shelter. And they decided that they weren't going to do well at the shelter, and they have left their hometown and moved to the great city of Chicago. So let's see what's going to happen next. Chapter 15. I'm lugging 2 bags and walking Shush on Michigan Avenue, which isn't easy, but I find a place for him to pee. A huge truck rumbles by. Shush freezes in fear. He looks at me like, is any place safe in this world? I don't know if it's safe here, but when you've got to go, you've got to go. It's okay, I tell him. He does his business. I pick him up and cuddle him gently. It's going to be okay, I say again. I wish somebody would say that to me. He won't drink the water I have for him. He's looking at the green bag. You want to go back in? I made the click-click sound and he crawls inside. I hoist the bag over my shoulder and walk back to the park. Meet me by the 2 crazy fountains with faces, Reba had said, and she drew me a map. She was here 2 years ago with Mr. Leland when they remarried after getting a divorce. She kicked him out 2 months later when his gambling debts went through the roof. She still loves him bad. I keep seeing him changed, she told me. I know there's a fine gentleman inside that man somewhere. I'm trying to picture Shush as a mighty guard dog helping the helpless, but there's a big reach as Mr. Leland being a fine gentleman. I sit away from the crowd, eat the apple with the bruise mark, and save the bigger apple for Reba. I'm trying not to drink water so I won't have to pee, but it's so hot and sticky. Not like Missouri, but still. I pour water into a paper cup, take a sip. It's 7 at night. Not yet dark because it's June. The flowers in this Chicago park are everywhere. I'm hoping Chicago is going to be as good as Reba said it would be. Well, Miss Sugar? I turn around and Reba's standing there, but not in a good way. Not in the way she walked out of the bus terminal today when she went to go get that job. All her makeup was just so, and her hair pulled back and shiny. Now her dark hair is mussed, and she's got the give-up look on her face. My heart starts racing. What happened? She takes her pack off her back like it weighs 1,000 pounds, drops her other bag on the bench, and sits down with a dead thump. Nothing whatsoever. My mouth feels dry. What do you mean? Shush pokes his head out of the bag to greet her. She touches his head. Nothing. No thing. There is no job. Her voice sounds far away. That's not possible. We came all the way up here for that job. Did you see the lady? I asked. I just told you. That's not telling me anything. Reba lowers her head. Her hair falls over her face. When Mr. Leland comes, no, you're not going to do that here. Mr. Leland, she says like a Southern belle, will be coming directly for us. He's not coming, Reba. Shush is looking at me. People walking by are looking too. What about Evie? We're supposed to stay with Evie. She just sits there like she doesn't hear me. What about Evie, Reba? Where's her number? I grabbed her purse and look inside. A case with soap and a toothbrush, an old mirror, brush, tissues, underwear, and a plastic bag. I find a printout of an email. It's ripped and folded and dated January 14th. It's from Evie to Reba. Hi, Reba. How are you? I found a good job with Maggie's Maids in Chicago. Nice pay and everything. Maybe you could come and visit and get an interview. Let me know. Evie. And then she lists her phone number. I stare at the email. Today is June 3rd. This is 5 months old, Reba. Oh. Did you tell her we were coming? Reba looks down. Did you tell her? And I mean recently, I screamed. Did you even call Evie when we got in? She looks at me confused. Her phone, it was disconnected. I grab her arm. It has no strength in it. Are you sure you called this number? She doesn't respond. What are we going to do, Reba? What are we going to do? It's not looking good. Chapter 16. I've got $29 in my pocket, a mother who's given up, and a dog who has to pee. I take Shush over to a street lamp on Michigan Avenue. It's dark now. I look down the wide street to a big bridge and tall white buildings with glowing lights. A man across the street is playing a saxophone. His case is open for people to give him money. I feel like screaming. Will someone please just tell me what to do? Reba is sitting on the bench, rocking back and forth. A guy walks by, looking at her, and he stops. I don't like this. I scoop shush up. And run over. He sits next to Reba on the bench. Well, I've been watching you, honey. Show's over, I scream. He turns his creepy smile on me. You're pretty cute yourself. Get away from us. Get away. Shush is whining. The guy spits on the ground and puts his arm around my mother. Get away from her. Mr. Leland will be here presently. Now who's that, honey? Help! Somebody help! I scream. I keep screaming it until a man and a lady run over. The creep grumbles something and leaves. Shush is shaking bad. Me too. Are you all right? The lady asks. No. I take Reba's hand. My mom, she's sick. I don't know what's wrong. The man tries to get Reba to talk, but she's hugging her duffel bag, shaking her head. She's scared, I tell him. He looks at Reba. Ma'am, can you talk to me? I hold Shush tight. She was supposed to get a job today. We were supposed to stay with Evie. The lady takes out her phone. I hand her the email with Evie's number. Could you please call this number, ma'am? This is who we're supposed to stay with. The woman dials the number and waits. It's disconnected. Let me try again just to make sure. She punches in the number, listens, and shakes her head. I'm sorry. She punches in more numbers, puts the phone to her ear. Would somebody please just tell me what to do? Chapter 17. A nurse walks by in squeaky shoes. A phone rings. The policeman who brought us here talks with the man at the desk. We're in a hospital, the kind for emotions. I've got the worst headache. I can't think. I press my hands against my forehead. I need to see my mother, okay? A man in a white coat says, You will. We have your mom upstairs, and we're going to be talking with her to see how we can help her. She'll need to be here for a few days. He doesn't understand. Reba and me, we stay together. I need to see her now. I'm afraid that can't happen for a little while. No, look, wherever her bed is, I can sleep on the floor. I've done that before. He shakes his head. We don't allow that here. I'm sorry. He's not sorry. He asks me questions. Age, 12 going on 20. Address, we don't have one yet. Phone, we don't have one of those either. Nearest relative, that's Reba. In addition to her, there's no more addition in my family. Me plus Reba equals 2. You have no one to call, Sugar? All I have is Mr. Bennett's email, not his phone. I look down at the green bag. I'm sure not telling him about Shush. A woman in a green striped shirt, black pants, and star earrings walks up. Sugar, the white coat man says, this is Dana Wood. She works with Children and Family Services. She'd like to talk to you. Dana Woods looks at me, and I look away. You want to tell me what happened tonight, Sugar? I just told that other guy. We like to gather information on our own. I can see how it might seem unnecessary. I really don't want to say it all over again. I'm tired. Let's sit down over there and talk. I stand up. I don't want to sit down and talk. When can I see my mother? Tomorrow, probably. We want you to be able to see her very soon. She's safe, and the staff here knows what they're doing. I don't like the sound of this. What do they do? It will depend on what they find. That's a non-answer. What are they looking for? Well, to begin with, they want to understand what kind of stress she's been under. You tell them she wasn't scared like this when we had a house. She was so much stronger then. I'll make sure they know that, and it would be good for you and me to talk about that some more. But it's late, and you look tired. I think it would be best for you to stay someplace for a little while so your mom can get back on her feet. It's a group home, and no, I bolt away from her. That gets Shush moving around. I knew a kid from St. Louis who got beat up in a group home. What's in your bag? She asks. Be cute. Please be really cute. I take off my pack, and Shush climbs out. Dana Woods is shocked. You have a dog. Just a little one. He's going to be a helper dog, okay? He's got to be in hospital so he can practice. Shooks looks around at the bright lights and shudders. He needs a lot of practice. Dana Wood shakes her head. She put out her hand toward Shush. He sniffs it. I'm studying this lady. She's got caring eyes. That much I can say. King Cole always said, you want to see what a person's about? Look them in the eye. So I do. She's petting Shush's head. Sugar, I doubt you can bring this dog to. I have to bring him. Her phone rings. She snaps it open. I'm with someone right now. No, I can't take on another. I understand that, but I'm full up as it is. She listens a while and sighs. All right, I'll get there as soon as I can. She looks at me. My boss is out of town and I'm doing double duty. My colleague Bill Marston will take care of you. I have an emergency at the police station. I'm an emergency too. I'm sitting at a desk at this hospital for emotions, using the computer to get my email. I type in my address, homewardbound12@hotmail.com. You've got to carry your dream around with you. You've got to make sure it's on your face so you won't forget. The screen pops up and I've got mail from Mr. B. Hello, Sugar. I'm so glad to hear from you. I saw something today that made me think of you. It was a sign that read, most people don't understand how important they are. Tell someone you know today. So I want to let you know how much I respect you, how much I believe in you, and how much you added to my class when you were here. Please let me know how you are doing. I believe in you. I guess I already said it, but I want you to hear it double strength. How is your writing coming? Oh, by the way, Klaus sends his best, as do I. Signed, Mr. B. I picture him leaning up against his scratched desk, twirling the rubber chicken in the air. I feel like he's holding out his hand for me to take, so I grab a hold of it. I don't know how to tell him how I'm doing, so I type, Mr. B, you're the best. Keep writing to me, okay? I've written some poems on what's been happening to me. Would you like to read them? Tell Klaus I said he's a good chicken. Signed, Sugar. Excuse me. I had to take a drink. I press send, then print, and a copy of his email whizzes out of the copier. I fold it neat. I'm going to sleep with this under my pillow, if I get a pillow, that is. I feel so tired. I wonder if Reba's sleeping or if she's lying there scared. Sometimes she can't sleep, especially if it's noisy. She and Shush are alike that way. I think this dog has to go to the bathroom. Bill Marston lifts Shush up in a way I do when it's okay to pee. That's not the way to... I begin, but Shush thinks that's his signal and he lets loose. I'm sorry. The lady in the office starts laughing. Easy for her. She steered clear of the spray. Chapter 18. An older boy looks at Shush. I had a dog. It died. It kept barking, so my uncle shot it. A girl looks up at me and says, it's hard here for the first couple of days. Another girl laughs, and then it gets harder. The woman who runs this place, Janine, has a tired smile. I tell her how Shush has a call in life as a helper dog, and she says, all right, he can stay here, but if there's any trouble, we won't be any trouble. Shush cocks his head. This group home I'm at, it has a TV and 2 old couches. Kids older than me are watching a show about missing people and how the FBI looks for them. Reba's missing. I know right where she is, but she's missing just the same. Janine with the tired smile shows me my room. It has a funny smell. I can hear the TV. Castilla Farmer was last seen at the grocery store. Mitchell Loudon was last seen at the garage where he works. Reba Cole was last seen the way she used to be, at her home in Round Lake before the sheriff came to take it. There's no lock on this door. We've been meaning to fix it, Janine mentions. Do you need anything? Just my old life back. Excuse me. She pets Shush on the head and leaves. I shove a chair in front of the door, take out Mr. Bennett's email, and read it again about how important I am, and I probably don't know it. I'm important, I tell Shush. You are too. He presses into me. A girl screams. I rush out holding Shush. Janine is shouting something. The girl is standing on the couch, pointing, and the older boy is laughing. A rat races across the floor, fat and ugly. Shush goes stiff in my arms. The older boy shakes his head. Shush is trying to get free. You want to get it? I put him down. He runs toward the rat who runs behind the radiator. I've never seen him like this, but I'm not telling them that. Shush stands there waiting. I want to get me a dog, the older boy says. Where'd you get that dog? At Walgreens in the dog section, I tell him. The group starts laughing. Janine says, she got you, Ray. Maybe she'll give me that dog. You leave us alone. I grab Shush and go into my room, my heart pounding. I put the chair against the door. It's so hot in here. That thing you did with the rat was excellent. Shush wags his little tail. If anybody tries to come in here, you do that again, okay? I open my pack and take out King Cole's autobiography. Upon these truths, I stand. I turn to chapter 10, entitled, Keep Marching. When you don't think you can keep going, you might be right. But just in case you're wrong, keep marching. When you're flat out and don't know what to do, it might be a while before you know. But don't give up. Keep marching. If your feet are sore, keep going. If you hear a roar, keep moving. When the worst that can happen has come and gone, and you're still standing, remember that you've won. O Kingston Cole, written upon the occasion when a tornado hit Plainview, Georgia, and tore up my house, leaving me and my family homeless. They moved to Savannah after that, and life began to turn around for them. That much I know. Reba doesn't talk about it much, except for how she worked for Miss Amanda Riverswell, her number one role model next to Mother Teresa. Excuse me. Reba was always saying, my goodness, the very first time Miss Amanda met me, she said, Reba Cole, you don't come from means, and you don't come from heritage, but you've got the heart of a Southern belle nonetheless. Well, I near about fainted. I never once thought that homelessness would visit my family again. It's like a tornado hitting twice in the same place. Isn't there a rule that's not supposed to happen? I don't like the noises in this house. I jump at every one. I put Mr. B's email under my pillow. I lie back on the bed and hold upon these truths I stand over my heart. I wonder if King Cole can see me from heaven. I wonder if God is paying attention, or if he's off helping people who have places to live. I take out the card from Dana Wood that she gave me with her phone number and email. I wonder if she'll forget that I'm here. We need to stay awake, I tell Shush. It's a long time until morning. Chapter 19. Last night when I didn't sleep, I wrote this. When somebody important says you're important, you'd better believe it, even when everything around you says you're not. You'd better hold on to it. You'd better write it across your heart so you don't forget. Bad words come at us easy, but good words are harder to hold. You've got to do the work to keep them safe. Put them in a box, put the lid on, and if you don't have a box, anything will do. I'm in the kitchen of this place, boxes of cereal on the counter. How did you sleep? Janine asked me. Okay. I don't tell her how I woke up every hour from the noises. I don't know how to tell her that Shush had an accident, but I cleaned it up with soap and apple juice and napkins. I don't know how to tell her how bad I need to get out of here. She says there are raisins in the cabinet above the sink. They're hard, but they're plump up. I can't even think about eating. I'm supposed to call Dana Wood this morning. I lie, but I don't have a phone. Janine stops doing the dishes and looks at me. I won't stay on long, I promise. She hands me a phone. I walk to the other room, punch in the number. This is Dana Wood. I'm out of the office, but we'll call you back as soon as I can. That's not helping me. The older boy walks by, not wearing a shirt. I look down. You want to give me that dog? He reaches out for Shush and I turn away. He bites, I say. The guy starts laughing. In the middle of the night, I tell him, he attacks with no warning. He doesn't look like he would, but he does. Shush starts shaking. Why is he shaking? I gulp. He's got this energy inside. It's so strong it makes him shake. The boy looks at Shush, not sure what to think. He shakes before he bites. The boy steps away. I go into the bathroom and call Dana Wood's number again. Her voicemail beeps. My heart is pounding. I need Dana Wood, not a beep. This is Sugar May Cole. I want to remind you where I am. Actually, I'm not sure exactly where I am, but it's not a good place for me. You've got better than this, right? I close my eyes. Here's what I want you to think about. If I was your daughter, where would you want me to be? I hang up and then realize if I was her daughter, I'd be living with her. I call back. That message I just left, what I meant to say is, if you were me, where would you want to stay? You've got to put me and Shush there right away. We've already packed, and I want to remind you that you said I could see my mother. That's going to happen soon because she doesn't do well without me. I'm not kidding. I clear my throat. Okay, have a nice day. I hate leaving life and death messages. Chapter 20. Dear Janine, thanks for giving me and my dog a place to sleep when we didn't have any place to go. If you'd said that Shush couldn't stay, I would have thrown an ugly fit, but that didn't have to happen. I can't say that being with you was the best 36 hours of my life, but it was actually pretty bad. But I bet you're used to scared kids showing up and not knowing what to do. You've got a good selection of cereal, though, and the raisins weren't all that hard. I've seen worse. I would suggest you get locks on the doors fixed and you take care of that rat right away. About that boy who walks around without his shirt, watch your back when he's around. I hope you have a good life and that me and Shush weren't too much trouble. Yours very truly, Sugar May Cole. Two kind faces, a man and a woman. Well, we're happy to have you here. Your dog is so cute. He's a quiet little thing, the woman says. We walk up a staircase past peeling wallpaper and family pictures. The hall light is bright. You're right next to the bathroom. I hope it locks. Thank you. Here are some towels. Thank you. Would your dog like some water? Thank you, ma'am. My name is Lexi, and this is my husband, Mac. Dana Wood had to do some talking to get me here. I don't know why. Is there anything else you need? Lexi asks. I can't begin to answer that. Lexi is fluffing the pillow in this pink room. I'm going to put Mr. Bennett's email under that pillow. She says, you look a little like our daughter when she was your age. Whatever you say. We're right down the hall if you need anything. I don't need much. That's the quietest dog I've ever seen. He has to be quiet or I couldn't keep him. Lexi smiles. She's round and pretty. The top she's wearing has rainbow colors. She pauses at the door. You've been through it. I know, honey. We're going to do everything we can to help you. Shush is playing on the shaggy rug, rolling over on his back and wiggling. This is a pretty serious moment, so I try not to smile. Lexi laughs at Shush. I like a dog with spirit. He's got that. This room I'm in, it has a white bed. I wonder what color Reba's room is at the hospital. Your mom is safe at the hospital, Lexi tells me. They know what they're doing over there. People keep saying that. You take kids in all the time? As often as we can. She's got a sad smile. Try and get some sleep. Are there other kids here? Just you. We only take one at a time. Can I shower first? Of course. She hands me a cup that has a toothbrush and toothpaste in it. I go to the bathroom and Shush trots after me. I let him come in. Sit. Shush sits on the green rug. I lock the door, turn on the water, and take off my clothes. Shush grabs one of my socks and chews it as I step into the shower and feel the good, clean water run over me. I lather up the soap and wash myself again and again, getting the road dirt off. I wash my hair with shampoo that smells like apples. I take a long shower. Nobody is in line waiting for it like at the shelter. As the water pours over my head, I start to cry. I pound my fist against the shower wall, but it's okay. No one can hear you when you're crying in the shower. When I first wake up, I don't remember where I am. The sun beams through the window. Shush is awake watching me. He walks over, cold nose, warm heart. Now I remember. I put out my hand. You okay? Shush puts his head against my hand and hugs me. It's quiet in this house, not like the shelter. I lie here in the soft, warm bed. Out the window, I see yellow flowers growing around a pole. This was their daughter's room, I bet. White dresser, pink quilt, silver mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I look away from the mirror. People say I'm pretty, but I haven't felt pretty for a long time. I want to see my mother. Shush is sniffing the shag rug. I'll be right back, boy. I open the door, head to the bathroom. He follows, whining a little. What is it? He looks deep into my eyes. This dog understands everything. You can't ask for more than that in a pet. I wash my face, and this time I look in the mirror and try to see a normal girl with happy eyes and a life that doesn't need changing. A girl who has a shiny key ring with keys to her own house. That's my dream. Did you sleep well? Lexi says from the other side of the door. I guess they all ask this. Yes. Good. Are you hungry? Yes. Would you like some pancakes? I grin at Shush, who cocks his head. With chocolate chips, she adds. I open the door a crack. I didn't know they came that way. She smiles widely. Anything else, honey? Sugar. My name's Sugar. I'm sorry, I call lots of people honey. But about anything else, yes, anything else, yes, there is. I need to see Reba. And that's where we're going to leave off for today. Join me next time. Bye-bye.